another prominent member of the hate group Moms for Liberty, maybe a sex offender.
Oh no!
According to an investigation report filed by Florida police, the state's GOP leader is being accused of rape. But wait, this story actually goes into some very interesting directions because it turns out that the wife of this GOP leader, again, who is the co-founder of Moms for Liberty, was involved allegedly in a throuple. So the unidentified accuser told police that she and Florida Republican Party Chairman Christian Ziegler, along with Ziegler's wife, Bridget, had been in a, quote, longstanding consensual three-way sexual relationship prior to the incident, reported the Florida Center for Government Accountability, FLCGA, which first obtained the document. So, okay, it looks like we may have a case of
sexual anarchy,
which normally fun, in this case, not so much, because of this alleged assault, which the woman claims occurred at her home, and that Bridget was not there at the time. So now the publicly released version of the document doesn't name any names, addresses, doesn't have any identifying information. However, an accompanying story published by the FLCGA named Florida Republican Party Chair Christian Ziegler as the subject of the probe, which NBC News later said that it had indeed confirmed. Now, originally, this was heavily redacted. In fact, the only other visible text in the page-and-a-half long narrative of the words, the sexual assault complaint, said the sexual assault allegation. Elsewhere in the report, the words stated and raped can be seen. So this is very, very serious stuff, okay? Police even have searched a cell phone belonging to Ziegler, who also allegedly recorded the woman without her consent during these threesome sexual encounters, according to sources cited by the FLCGA. So, look, you know me, I don't generally care about what people have, what people do in their private lives, in their sex lives, whatever. But one of the things that bugs me about this is the lack of consent. Obviously, I don't care if you're doing threesomes. I don't care if you're doing foursomes, fivesomes, orgies. It doesn't matter. I mean, how many do you have to go up to get to orgy anyway? Fivesomes, sixsomes, whatever. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't care. If you do that, you have fun, do it safely, obviously, and of course, consent paramount. But this did not involve consent, this particular incident, and of course, the presence of unsanctioned footage that was taken of this, again, without consent, bad. Don't like it. No bueno here, okay? So now Ziegler, Florida chair, Republican Party, he is also, since he's in that position, close to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former President Donald Trump. Donald Trump has had his own issues with, allegations of rape and sexual assault, including being held liable in a civil suit by writer E. Jean Carroll. Now, that said, that's her husband, but Bridget is also a MAGA darling, and again, co-founder of the group Moms for Liberty, which vocally backs book bans in public schools across the United States and had supported DeSantis when he tried to pass his Don't Say Gay law. Now, that is some stunning hypocrisy. If she is indeed on the side having sex with this woman along with her husband and being bisexual, nothing wrong with being bisexual, but there is something wrong with passing laws against the LGBTQ community. B standing for bi. Look, I don't care if she's into the swinging lifestyle. I don't care if she's bi. I don't care if she's gay. Doesn't matter. Have at it. Have fun. Nothing wrong with that. But what I do hate is hypocrisy. Okay? And here you have somebody who's allegedly doing all this stuff in her life, along with her husband, and then turning around, calling gay people, members of the LGBTQ community, immoral, and saying that that's the reason the American families are being destroyed. Wait, her husband ran on a pro-family values campaign, and yet is allegedly doing all this stuff? Running their family in basically counter to what he says the family should be. Okay? Stunning hypocrisy. That's one of the issues, but it's not even the biggest issue, as I mentioned. The alleged rape and video footage taken without consent, in my view, biggest problem here. Again, you can call out the hypocrisy, and I gladly do, but here we have a victim who was assaulted in a non-consensual way, and that is no bueno in my book, okay? I don't like it. Now, look, this, as far as Moms for Liberty goes, this happens to be yet another black eye to that group because we keep fighting sexual predators in it. Even pedophiles in leadership positions. Remember, this is a group that says we're here to protect the children. We got to protect the children by banning books mentioning gay people, mentioning trans people. We got to protect the children by banning books and mentioning racism, critical race theory, all of that stuff. We got to get it out. We're protecting the children. Protect the children. No. Again, this particularly doesn't have to do with any children. Thank goodness, right? But at the same time, they go after the LGBTQ plus community and say that you're going after the youth when they themselves are, having these threesomes, menage a trois, whatever you want to call it. And, the hypocrisy is absolutely stunning to me. Okay? Now, the group first attempted to defend Ziegler. They tweeted that the probe into her husband was, quote, an attack on the group. In the since deleted post, Moms for Liberty wrote, yet another attempt today to ruin the reputation of a strong woman fighting for America. Quote, strong women scare those that seek to destroy our country. We stand with Bridget Ziegler, another badass woman fighting for kids in America. We stand, and then we delete. Because it turns out, oops. Ironically, Christian Ziegler happened to be at the recent Moms for Liberty Summit back in July and had held a workshop titled, you'll love this, Mastering the Spin, Effective Messaging Strategies, Dealing with the Press, where he basically talked about how terrible the press is and how, they're after me, they've got so many negative stories. In fact, he bragged even, that he had dissuaded big national reporters from doing a hit piece on him in the past by warning that he would stop taking their calls. Because he's some sort of big shot, right? Oh, yeah, they were going to do a hit piece on me. No, you were telegraphing it. Because you knew what you were doing. You knew it. And you're like, I'm going to get ahead of this one. Nope, didn't work out. Still reported to the press, still got out there, and now we know some things that we actually didn't really want to know about both Christian and Bridget Ziegler and their absolute hypocrisy.